your boy EC22 of the Fan with the Fan channel. Listen, in youth sports, it is plain and simple. No pass, no play. You can't get around it. Is it fair? Is it fair to punish the whole team, the other kids who did everything right, on the axis with you? I would love to hear your thoughts. Join the conversation. Let's get to this next topic real quick. And this is the one thing typically the question is, and this typically for like high school and college sports, should the whole team be punished for what either a single player did or what the organization did? The reason why I say it, because you know of late sometimes, especially when it came down to, I think it was Duncanville a few years ago, to where they got this year they got banned from this year's playoffs because of what, the disqualification they had last year. Now, is it fair for that squad to not be able to participate in the playoff, even though they was the number one team in the whole darn nation, because of what the organization did and what a single player did? Is it fair or not?
I don't believe it. I'll say no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say if the coaches or whoever the adults in the situation is, if you letting players that's failing play or can't keep the team under control, are we breaking violations? Yeah, I mean, I get it that the kids shouldn't be punished. I believe that the kids maybe should play, but again, that should be the kids shouldn't be. But I feel like more so, it's time to stop. Again, firing the coach because he putting everybody's shit in jeopardy.
Yeah,
he's not doing his job.
But at the same time, it's like, look, I hate it that they stripped all those championships from soccer.
Right.
Hated it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're breaking the rules,
right,
and everybody does it, let's not trip.
Right.
Everybody does it. Sock got caught up because of what they, the little situation that they had going on, and that was happening while we was actually up there at Sock practicing with the group. It's crazy. But you know the rules.
Right.
It's like a person saying, man, you should, man, yeah, he did that, but man, he shouldn't be going to jail for no 10, 20 years. You're probably right. But guess what? You already know the situation.
Right.
You know the situation. You know if you get caught up, this could happen. So if it happens, if you do it anyway, it's like something I tell my kids all the time, man. I tell my kids, if you know that you do something and there's going to be a consequence to what you do, and you do it anyway, subconsciously you are saying you are willing to deal with whatever consequence comes, whatever it may be.
Right.
You knew that there was going to be a consequence if you got caught.
Right.
But you did it anyway. The consequence happens to be your team can't play. Well, you could be upset.
Right.
And the kids could say it ain't fair, but it is fair.
And this reason why I want to speak to this. And Aaron, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I want to just hold our opposing view for a moment. Because we're talking about, when adults go out to children, especially in a high school form, to where you're constantly preaching to these kids, do the right thing. And you have all these protocols, all these precepts, all these rules that you make the kids follow. These kids get to the point to where they're blood, sweat, and tears trying to follow every rule that you establish them because you're their coach or you're their principal or whatnot to play for this organization. In their mind, they're convinced they're doing the thing that they're supposed to do to win. But then behind the scenes, the coaches, unbeknownst to the kids who are giving their all, are doing some stuff behind the scenes that are unaware of the children. For me, I think because it's that much, if it's that shady, I'm with G. I don't think you should punish the kids because, especially some of the kids, this their last year, this their senior year, and all the family coming to the game, all this going on, for it to end that way. I think some heads should be rolling. I think The person who did it, that teacher who passed that kid, that principal who turned a blind eye, that coach who knew what was going on, but
that's who fault it is.
They need to get their heads rolled, but you don't take it away. You don't punish the whole squad, you know, because just like you said, Ira, you were saying that if a child knows to do the right thing and choose not to, then there's a punishment. But it's hard when a child is doing everything an adult has asked them to do, and the adult, you know what I'm saying, goes sideways, and now that child is punished. Because you think about it, that coach, you lose a year. Your career is not over with. You still got 15, 20 more years left in your career to do it again. That child, that was their last chance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the reason
I agree with you, it's just an opposing view. If you know what I'm saying?
Here's my devil's advocate to that. Devil's advocate to that. So you're right. You don't want the kids to get punished, right? Mm-hmm. But the championship, even the playoffs, that's a few games, right? I don't know any kid, any college student, any these new AAA leagues that they got, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know AAU, yeah. I don't know any kid who got a scholarship based off of what they did in the championship or the playoffs. They normally normally by the time they get to the championship, these kids already know what school they're going to. The school already know where they're going. So it's not like they are suffering as you know, the only thing that's suffering is the fact that they won't be able to say 10 years from now, man, we won a championship. They won't be able to say that.
I can explain fully why I feel like I understand what you're saying, Aaron. But again, for the kid, I'm gonna explain why I personally feel like it's wrong. And we was all at SOC during this time. It might not even affect y'all because y'all grades was good. See what I'm saying?
Speak for yourself.
Right. But I'm just saying this is how it affected me. Remember when SOC went through all of that about the counselors and all of that, what got Miss Watkins, Mr. Wallace, all of them counselors, what got all of them teachers out of there in my last year, which was y'all was already gone though. Long story short, man, they had
gone.
Right, that's right. Y'all was already gone, but it was my senior year. It was my senior year was when right after I graduated was when the bubble burst on what they was doing.
Right.
All right. Now again, how it affected me is now I wasn't gonna graduate because, to make a long story short, to make the numbers look good, just because I came from Holmes, I wasn't in the academy no more at home. Right. But they put me on a grade playing 3, something like, you know, a super honors student.
Yeah.
You see, I wasn't the only person they done like that, though, is what I'm saying, to make the numbers look good.
Right.
All right. Plus, making the numbers look good, making the athletes pass, making the band students pass, the basketball students pass, and all of that for these seasons. Now, you passing during the season, making numbers look good, but now when the game ain't playing no more, now they're going to flunk you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, this is what I'm saying is I was smart enough. I was good at went in there and talked to them counselors and found other ways, and they were steady doing dirty stuff to help me graduate, paying for tests by exams, tests. I was getting a whole credit for taking a test or exam that I was getting for Austin that I could pay $80 for. You see what I'm saying? All of this all kind of crazy stuff.
So let me ask Aaron this, based on what G said, you know, him seeing it happening in real time, and he had to go to counselors and trying to find alternate ways so it wouldn't affect him. If you're a player on that squad and you see your coach or your organization doing things that's not right, and you know y'all got a good squad, y'all have the chance to win it all or go far, and you know that the stuff I'm seeing, if it gets out and we find out, we can lose it all. Should you be the whistleblower?
Ooh.
See, as a kid, you're not going to blow the whistle. You're not going to blow as a kid.
Yeah, as an adult, you're not going to blow the whistle.
Watch this.
Ain't nobody going to blow the whistle.
Right. I beg to differ though, but Eric know I'm silly though. You see what I'm saying? As soon I'm gonna play along and we're gonna do dirty. As long as it's benefiting me, it's cool. If I see where I'm finna get ran in a crash.
Yeah.
Oh no,
that's different.
You play
that's different because you talking about you finna hurt me. Now you finna, what you doing is finna hurt me.
No, but listen what I'm saying. Listen what I'm saying. See, I wasn't the Super 8 on the Rose too.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm not saying that I was no whistleblower on the shit. I'm saying once the ball start coming down on everybody, see, it's gonna show that Johnny G paid for have to test and paid teachers and did all kind of crazy shit. And not only just Johnny G. Look at all of this crooked shit going on, fights in cages, because it was crooked up there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying, what I'm saying is okay, if I'm Tony Batty or whoever star player it is, you're absolutely right. I don't blow the whistle. But I'm saying, but what if I'm Johnny G? See, I'm at the end of the bench anyway. See what I'm saying? Now, I'll ride to the championship because hell, it might help.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it starts looking like, they about to kick me off the team.
All right, would you blow the whistle?
Would I blow the whistle?
Yeah.
That depends on which day you ask me. and this is why I say that. There's a reason why, like when
right on.
So it's like I be like, look, do your dirt, and as long as what you doing don't affect me and mine, I ain't got nothing to say. But if what you doing don't affect me, I'll partner. You might want to take it somewhere else because I'm gonna snitch. I'm gonna tell it because now you affected me, and I ain't got nothing to do with this.
So the reason why I asked that question because when we start talking about the topic that's up, the whole team being punished for what either one person did or what the organization did, because a lot of times some kids, like if you got all these bigger organizations, some may know, some may not know, some may just be green to what's in front of their face, and they just it goes completely over their head. Some may be actually co-conspirators in the whole deal and just keeping their mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? Not being a whistleblower or not. But at the end of the day, there are a lot of lives that are affected by what a few did, and it's just like, and really, truthfully, there's no right way to answer that, especially when you're talking about children. For adults in a professional league, I get it. When you're talking about high school kids, because there's some kids are raised different. Some kids were told to stay out of grown folks' business, so they just go participate and they go home. But in the world of profession, that's your whole job is to get involved in what the organization doing. That's part of it, right? So it's kind of hard to say with the kids. The last question today is going to be Aaron, I'm gonna hit you up. If you were on a championship, if you was a run up, whether it be on a team, whether you was playing an individual sport or a boxing match, fighting match, whatever, but you was a run up or you lost that title fight championship game, but it was given to you on a technicality because whatever happened to the person that won it. Does it feel the same? What do you do in that moment?
Because of who I am and how I think.
Yeah. You
give me let's say I'm fighting and I know the dude that I'm fighting against done handed me a nice one.
Yeah.
I'm really finna go home and sleep on this because I gotta question my career. The way I just got my ace whooped.
Yeah.
But he lost on a technicality. Honestly, I don't even want that belt. I don't want it because I didn't win it.
Right.
What about you? What about you? Me, man, I'm gonna take that belt and try to capitalize like the last champion. I'm gonna try to go. They're gonna give me the belt. I'm gonna start making commercial rounds, doing interviews and shit, and try to get as much money as I can. Hey, I don't know what's wrong with people.
Y'all seen Talladega Nights, right?
Yeah.
At the end, Cal Norton got there. He said, "I know I won this on a technicality, but I'm a soccer dude right in the mouth. He tried to take this belt championship from me."
That's right. Absolutely right. I mean, cause listen, man.
That is key.
Cause what has happened is people don't forgot when you go into professional sports that it is a business now.
Yeah.
I don't know how everybody else think.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but for me personally, if I had won a high school, a little Pop Warner championship, and then won state and junior high football, I done won a state in high school football. Boom, went to college, won a national championship. See, I done played all of them for free.
Yeah.
All of them practices for them the ones I'm the most proud of. Right. When I make it to the NFL, I want to make a check better than I want to make a Super Bowl ring. I want my check to be fat enough to where I can buy everybody a Super Bowl ring, even if we don't make the playoff.
Right.
That's me. You see what I'm saying? Winning, I mean, I'm not saying that I would go out there and want to lose.
Right. So as a final thought, for those of you who may be watching this podcast, for whether you be a young person or an adult or whatever, if you find yourself in a situation where you were a team and you guys lost, and then you wake up the next morning and find out that you was given the championship title, state championship or title, wherever it was, due to whatever the other team did, hold your head up. Don't let anybody tell you that you didn't deserve it, because you got it to that far, and therefore, and it just they did what they did, but you still a champions, and you wear that championship saying with a badge of honor, and don't let nobody take it from you. If you're a team, one player on the team and organization that was stripped of a title, but had nothing to do with you, like Iron said, the rest of your life and the rest of your career is not based on that one game. Though you may not have a championship to your name, but that one game or your single performance alone is what's going to pave the way to you. You know what I'm saying? Your gift will make room for you. So that's all I have to say on that, man. Everybody, win or loss, wins or loss, a champion or not, man. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But at the end of the day, man, do what you got to do. This boy EC22 at Fat Weather for the channel. Thank you, Iron. Thank you, G. Any last words?
If you're not first, you're last.
If you ain't first, you're last. And G, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And I'm gonna tell you, and I'll tell you another thing. Hey, man.
Channel. Listen, thank you for watching. But please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. That'll help us out. It's your boy EC22. I'm out.